I think, an investor is really looking for alpha, something that gives them a better return relative to the unit of risk that they're taking. And I think the alpha opportunity is outside of those stocks primarily, in the wave of stocks that are now implementing AI in their businesses.
So David, what's the number one secret when it comes to investing in the next wave of AI stocks?
So what we think is there's AI stocks and then there's investing in the AI phenomenon. And what we think is that if you look at the stocks we had the run up a few months ago in the stocks like Nvidia and Google and Microsoft and other firms that really are on the cutting edge of creating the infrastructure in terms of chips, in terms of data centers and compute, that power this next generation of generative AI algorithms. And those stocks have had a huge run up, right? And there's a dozen of them or so that are really deeply tied to the plumbing. They make the pipes and the plumbing of artificial intelligence. It just can't happen without the chips and without the compute, the data centers, et cetera. But a lot of that growth now is already priced in. The market's figured out where AI is going. A lot of that growth is priced in. I'm not saying it's all priced in, but a lot of it is. I think, an investor is really looking for alpha, something that gives them a better return relative to the unit of risk that they're taking. And I think the alpha opportunity is outside of those stocks primarily, in the wave of stocks that are now implementing AI in their businesses. So if you look at the Russell, 1000, you can identify 50 to 100 stocks, which is what we've done, that are going to benefit the most from the current generation of generative AI. And they're going to benefit by that through higher earnings per share, which is going to come either through faster growth rate on the sales side and or more productivity from their people, less need for people, cost reduction on their cost side. And we think there's just a tremendous amount of opportunity for certain firms, which just given their structure, given the types of jobs that they employ people at, the type of tasks those people do, and the volume of those tasks and jobs kind of multiply by each other. And when you look at that and you do that analysis, we've developed an investment strategy that's the next wave of artificial intelligence. Meaning, these are not firms. This is cross sector. These are not firms that are in just the tech sector. They're in every sector. In fact, we made our strategy sector neutral. And this is what whose Google is selling to. This is who Nvidia is selling to. The people who are going to use these chips to drive their earnings. So we think that's the next biggest potential because so much is already priced in the stocks that make the underlying infrastructure.